What's the funniest, most unbelievable reason you've ever been called into school to pick up your kid? The school secretary called me at 1:15 on a Tuesday and said, "We need you to come get Otis. Nobody's hurt, but you should probably see this in person." I asked what this meant. She just laughed. Actually laughed, and hung up. By the time I pulled into the lot, there was a folding table set up outside the gym with a laminated sign taped to it that said, "No admittance, event in progress." A janitor was standing by the doors filming something on his phone. Another mom I recognized from pickup line texted me the second I got out of the car. Is it true? I had no idea what it was. The front office ladies didn't even try to hide their laughing this time, and one of them said, "Good luck," like I was walking into a hostage negotiation instead of an elementary school. Principal Coyle met me at his office door with my son's third-grade teacher, Ms. Prentice, standing behind him holding what looked like a printed program, the kind you'd get at an actual wedding. "Before we go any further," Coyle said, "I need to ask, does Otis have access to a laminator at home?" I told him we had one, for my husband's woodworking labels. Coyle nodded slowly, like that explained everything and nothing at the same time. "And a guest list app? Something called Evite?" I said I honestly didn't know. He slid the program across the desk. On the front, in a wobbly 8-year-old's hand lettering traced over stencils, it said, "The Union of Pickles and Sir Nibbles a Lot. Elementary wing, guest list attached." I stared at it. "Who is Pickles?" Ms. Prentice said, very carefully. "The class gecko." I asked who Sir Nibbles a Lot was. She said, "The second-grade guinea pig from down the hall." Coyle motioned to the door, and a staff member wheeled in a cart with 2 shoebox terrariums draped in tissue paper bunting, a paperclip archway, and a folded paper top hat sitting crooked on the gecko's tank. I asked slowly if my son had married 2 classroom pets to each other. Coyle said, "Married, catered, and photographed. Yes." It turned out Otis had spent 2 weeks planning it in secret. He'd forged a permission slip using our real printer, recruited a photographer from the 4th grade who owed him a favor from a trading card deal, hired a flower girl from his own class, and paid her in fruit snacks, and charged 50 cents admission at the gym door, which he called a venue fee. He'd catered the reception with a Ziploc bag of goldfish crackers, relabeled hors d'oeuvres in marker. He'd taped a handwritten registry to the door listing requested gifts, including a bigger habitat, extra crickets, and, in smaller print, cash also accepted. He'd hired a 5th grader named Wells as security, whose entire job was standing at the folding table with his arms crossed, looking unbothered. He'd written vows for both animals and delivered them himself in what Ms. Prentice described as a surprisingly convincing British accent. By the time a teacher noticed the folding table and the line of 11 kids waiting to get in, Otis had already collected $14, filled out a marriage certificate he'd designed with clip art doves, and was fielding a complaint from a kid demanding a divorce because Sir Nibbles a Lot had, quote, looked at another guinea pig funny during the vows. Coyle set the certificate in front of me last. Under the dotted line where the officiant signs, in that same wobbly stencil lettering, it read, "Officiated by Reverend Otis. Ordained online, pending verification." Ms. Prentice said the animals were both fine, just a little warm from the tissue paper bunting. As I signed Otis out, he looked up at me completely straight-faced and asked, "Do I have to give the $14 back, or is that considered a gift?" I didn't answer him until we were both buckled into the car, and then I laughed so hard I had to pull back into a parking spot. I still have that marriage certificate taped to my fridge.